In the winter of 1941, survival across war-torn Europe and the American frontier meant outsmarting the cold. Soldiers, partisans, and families all faced a silent siege. One fought not with weapons, but with firewood, blankets, and ingenuity. In the shadows of global conflict, a quieter battle unfolded, the fight to keep warm. World War II cabins, built with instinctive intelligence, became passive machines for living, harnessing sun, deflecting wind, and storing warmth without modern technology. This is the story of how they did it. The first secret was simple: face the sun. Builders oriented cabins with their longest side and largest windows to the south, turning the structure into a passive solar collector. On clear winter days, this could provide up to 40% of the cabin's heat. No fuel, no moving parts. North walls were solid with few or no windows, blocking the coldest winds. East and west walls had only small windows, minimizing heat loss. This design worked with nature, not against it, unlike many modern homes that ignore the sun's path and rely on energy-hungry systems. For these builders, survival meant getting it right from the start. If the sun was an ally, the wind was a thief. Cabins were tucked behind hills, in tree stands or in natural depressions. Anywhere the wind's bite was dulled. Where nature fell short, shelter belts of evergreen trees were planted, slashing wind speed and heat loss. This smart siting reduced cold air infiltration, keeping interiors warmer with less fuel. Every gust avoided meant less warmth lost and more energy saved. The landscape itself became part of the shelter. Capturing heat was only half the battle. Storing it was the other. Builders used dense floors of stone, brick, or packed earth inside south-facing windows. These materials soaked up sunlight by day, then radiated warmth back at night. The result, a gentle, passive heat source that smoothed out temperature swings and kept the chill at bay. No switches, no fuel, just the sun and the earth working in rhythm. This thermal battery made mornings survivable and nights less bitter. The cabin itself became a living, breathing heat reservoir. Passive solar wasn't enough for the coldest nights, so builders turned to rocket mass heaters. Unlike wasteful fireplaces, these used a small insulated chamber for a hot, clean burn. Hot gases snaked through dense masonry, charging it with heat before exiting cool. After a short, intense fire, the heater radiated warmth for up to 24 hours. Benches and beds built against the heater core provided life-saving comfort. Maximum heat, minimum fuel, an ingenious solution for survival. Heat rises, but in a cabin you can't afford to let it escape. Builders used simple ceiling traps, panels, flaps, or canvas to control where warm air went. Open the trap to heat a loft, close it to keep warmth in the living space. These barriers forced hot air to circulate horizontally, not just pool at the roof peak. The result, more even warmth, less heat lost through the roof, and a hands-on way to manage comfort. Smart airflow, managed by hand. Even the human body was part of the heating plan. In small, tightly sealed cabins, body heat from a few people could raise the temperature by several degrees. Communal living, cooking, and sleeping concentrated this warmth. Sleeping alcoves and curtained bunks trapped body heat, creating microclimates that needed little extra fuel. Every watt counted, people and architecture worked together to survive. The cabin was designed for its inhabitants, and the inhabitants helped heat the cabin. Survival was a team effort. When cabins clustered together, they formed a collective defense against the cold. Buildings shielded each other from wind, Shared walls reduced heat loss, and narrow alleys controlled airflow. Staggered rows ensured every cabin caught the winter sun. In summer, close spacing provided mutual shade. The result, a warmer microclimate, less snow, and lower heating needs for all. Community design became a tool for survival. Some settlements featured internal courtyards, a climate engine at the heart of the community. Sunlight warmed the courtyard by day, and the heat radiated back to surrounding cabins at night. The courtyard blocked wind, creating a calm, warmer zone. In summer, shade and vegetation cooled the air, providing natural ventilation. The courtyard was both a social and climatic hub, a living system for survival. All this design meant nothing if heat leaked out. Builders obsessed over airtightness, chinking log gaps with moss and clay, sealing windows and doors with shutters and felt. Every seam was a potential breach, so every detail mattered. Small windows, heavy shutters, and careful weather stripping kept warmth in and cold out. The goal, a sealed container where every bit of heat was preserved. Airtightness was the foundation of survival. Without it, all other strategies failed. Materials came from the land: stone, timber, clay, straw, chosen for their thermal properties. Straw and clay infill provided insulation. Stone and earth added thermal mass. Mass was placed inside to store heat, insulation outside to keep it in. Cabins matched their environment: wood in forests, sod on plains. No factories, no shipping, just local resources used wisely. The result, rapid, sustainable construction, perfectly adapted to place. These cabins were part of the landscape, not imposed upon it. These cabins weren't just shelters, they were survival machines. Every element, from sun-facing walls to airtight seams, was intentional. They teach us that resilience comes from working with nature, not against it. In a world of energy-hungry buildings, their quiet intelligence stands out. The scars of war are etched in these structures, but so is the wisdom to build better. Like, subscribe, and join Scars of the Century to learn how the past can shape a more resilient future.